What's going on, everyone? From Lowkick MMA, my name is Dave Podolsky. I'm joined once again with Lucas Alexander, rebooked. He is set to fight on November 18th. He takes on Jeka Saragih. Lucas, thank you so much for taking the time.
Of course, brother. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Now, first off, we'll preface with this. You were supposed to fight David Onama last weekend in Brazil. Onama pulls out an injury. You're now fighting Jeka Saragih on the 18th. How did that whole situation play out for you?
It's kind of a little stress, annoying, but you know how it is. Things like that happen all the time. But I'm glad I was able to fight again next 2 years. They gave me another fight, so I'm cool with it.
Did they try to get you rebooked onto the card in Brazil, or did they say, you know what, we're gonna push you back 2 weeks?
No, they tried, but it was just more like about weight class and catchweight and stuff like that.
Got it. And then so once you got this matchup with Sergey, was that one of those things where you're like, you know what, they got me an opponent, I'm just gonna take it?
No, no, no. I like the fight, man. I was, most of the time, if I look too much for the person I'm going to fight, right? It's like make like everything about him. So you're gonna look great, whatever it is. But this gonna change a lot about fighting. As soon as you know how to fight, now you just need to make sure what you do best, what got you there. It's sharp. It's good to go, and so I should be able to fight if anyone I want. Definitely, I need to keep getting better. But I saw him, I look at him, and I say, "That's a good fight too." Like, can be a good fight like you could be with Dave Donama. It's not
Have you gotten to watch the footage on Sergey? And let's say in comparison to Onama, how does it change the matchup for you stylistically, if at all?
didn't change at all. I'm gonna fight the same way I always fight. Uh, both, like change a little bit because Onama is high, longer. The kid's a little short, change a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's about me, man. I'm gonna change just because I'm gonna find someone else. I still have to be, keep doing what I do the best because it's working. So,
Mhm. Have you gotten to watch the footage on Sergey, and what do you think gives you the advantage over him?
man, he's fun to watch though. I'm not gonna lie, but oh, sorry, hold on, let me stop this here real quick. Sorry, man.
No worries.
So uh, he's fun to watch, man. He got good kicks. He got good right hand power. Look like he's the type of fighter who enjoy being in the cage. Very happy type of thing. Kind of like a lot of Asians they are like that. From Muay Thai. Like you see all the time on championship, they smile, they have so much fun. So, but he seems like a good guy, a good kid.
Mhm. So when your fight with Onama got canceled, there's a few days before you end up getting this fight with Sergey. Were you ever out of camp, or did your camp for Onama kind of just blend into your camp that's now going to end up being Jeka Saragih?
Yeah, just it's almost like I was about to stop because I got the news kind of like I think it was Thursday or Friday. And then I think I did my last sparring Thursday. So I did my last sparring Thursday. Okay, so now tomorrow I'm do a light train. Saturday, Sunday I'm keep everything light, but keep it moving. And then um all of a sudden, like I got the news the fight was canceled. So I said, okay, so what should I do? I said I'm gonna keep my game plan until Sunday because I was supposed to leave to Brazil Sunday.
Mhm.
And then when I find out I was fighting in 18, all of a sudden I went Saturday to the gym and then I trained hard.
Mhm.
And then Monday I was back in the gym already because I already have signed the contract. So I didn't stop,
Mhm. And so for Sergey, he was supposed to fight Jesse Butler on this 18th card. So like yourself, he had already been in training. It's not like it's a short notice for either guy, but it is short notice in that you guys both got a new opponent with about 2 weeks. Do you think that favors either one of you guys?
I don't know. Could be, could not. Depends. For me, I'm I don't look for things like that, like just favor me. I don't want to like base my win and the stuff and things like, oh, this favor me. Oh, so since he's gonna be short nourished, this guy, like it's example, I was fighting Brazil, right? Oh, let me use this to win the fight. Like I cannot count on that. So I prefer to just make sure like my training is good. I'm sharp at training.
Mhm.
I'm a good mental and spiritual, so everything is good. So I know I'm fine. I don't need to, you know, base myself in something else. But maybe he doing, you know, you never know. Everyone's kind of like different.
11 days out, when do you head to the Apex?
Say it again.
11 days out from your fight, when do you head to Las Vegas?
I think Tuesday. Next Tuesday.
Got it. And so you're training at Fusion Excel, and you also had a teammate who was supposed to fight on that Brazil card, Adolfo Vieira. His fight also got canceled. How frustrating was that for your gym?
Oh, a lot, man. My coach was so mad. He went all the way up to Brazil, think I was fighting, and then I ended up not. And then when he said, "Okay, now I'm going for Rodolfo," and then he got there, Rodolfo didn't fall. He like, "Hi, I guess I'm here 1 week in Brazil for no reason, just spend money and chilling around." But yeah, was frustrated. I know how I didn't talk to Rodolfo yet. I talked to him in the morning, but I didn't talk to him yet. I will this week. I know he's busy with seminars stuff like that, but I know how he is, and I know he's okay in his mind. He got good mindset. He understand uh, when things like that doesn't happen, it's a good reason. God always protect us. So I know he's in a good right spot right now.
Mhm. For you, was it disheartening at all? Instead of fighting in your home country of Brazil, you're now going to be fighting at the Apex, kind of the UFC's sort of backyard, if you will.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, man, we are fighting now, and that's what we do. You have to adapt ourselves where they throw us, and it's not in a bad way. We're dealing with so much more big stuff, so
Mhm.
this should be nothing for us. It can be for um, casual, regular people who deal with stress, depression, and every single day, all the time. So I know, like, it's cool. I'll be able to fight to go to Brazil, see my family fight in front of people. Of course, it will be amazing. But at the end of the day, being Apex, fighting Vegas is a good show because it's still fight. My goal is fight and win. So at the end of the day, I'm still achieving my goal.
I'm assuming, and the UFC, given they went there twice this year, I thought last weekend's event, the fans were incredible. I'm assuming a goal of yours is to fight in Brazil for the UFC at some point in the future.
Oh, of course, man. When I left my country, that's what I was thinking about when I was coming back. I said, I hope one day I can come back and find my own country. It'll be amazing for me. But I hope next year. I think they love Brazil. Brazil is really good with the fight, so I hope next year another like 2 3 events in Brazil. You'll be amazing. I'm definitely gonna try getting a car.
Um, how did you feel about how the Brazilian fighters did overall in that card? Obviously, headlined by Jilton Almeida, he picked up a huge win over Derek Lewis.
Yeah, man. I talked to my coach. I say, "Yo, how was the arena?" Because in TV, you barely can actually see it. But when you did, it's different, man. The vibe, the energy. So I was there in Rio in the beginning when Brandon Moreno fought Davidson Figueiredo and Glover Teixeira fought Jamal Hill, right?
Hmm.
So I was there, and the arena was crazy because I think it was the first time in 3 years, right? They know been so they was crazy. But I know in São Paulo, they are like back and forth. One is the best. Rio and São Paulo, they always have this rivalry, like stage type of thing. So I know they trying to like make it the same statement because in the beginning of the year, everyone was talking about Rio. So I asked my coach, he said, Lucas, I'm not gonna lie, Brazilian fans, bro, you guys different. Like you guys, because he been in London, he been in Vegas, he been in a lot of countries and places, and he been in big arenas, and he always like say like, "Yo, this different, man." But he said,
Well, I can tell, having never been to a card in Brazil, I'd love to go at some point. But
"Yeah,
just from watching on TV, it looks just insane to be there in the atmosphere that
bro,
you're
you
in.
should. Oh, you should go definitely, man. life experience for sure.
So going back to your fight, you you don't strike me as someone where this is something that you pay attention to, but you were an underdog against Onama on the betting lines. Fast forward, you're now fighting Jeka Saragih. You're actually a considerable favorite for this fight. Is that something you pay attention to? Does that change anything for you?
No, that's funny. They changed. That's funny. No, I don't pay. That's funny. I normally don't pay attention and stuff like that. I think you asked me the same question last time, and I say that. But it's funny how they just switch like that. Like, okay, now I think you're going to win. They bet money. No, man. I think the only reason is just because maybe I have more fights in UFC. He does, but he been fighting long time, and he have a like in the numbers better record than me. More fights. But I don't care, man. It can someone gonna probably make money if they think I'm gonna win anyway. So it's all good. You're just gonna pay less, I guess. You have to bet more money.
Fair enough. Well, the card you're fighting on, you were originally going to fight on the Almeida Lewis card. You're now fighting a card. It's headlined by Brendan Allen and Paul Craig. Who do you think wins that fight?
I think it's a good fight. They both really good grappler. So and I think it's gonna be a good fight, man. I think definitely gonna be a good fight.
Do you have a winner for that fight, or do you have a prediction for that fight?
I think I don't know because they are good in both face. I think Brandon Alla just have a knockout against the Brazilian guy Bruno, right?
Yeah,
He
yeah,
finished Bruno, and then I'm good in memory. I think Cray finished Andrea, Brazilian guy too in London, right, or Australia, right?
yeah.
He
Paul
finished,
Craig most recently defeated Andre Muniz by TKO.
and even so, see, I remember that fight. So they are both, I'm saying, like, and good. I go with, I don't know. I say I say Brandon Allen. I go with Brandon Allen. I think he's gonna win. I don't know. Can't go both way. I don't know.
Fair enough. It's definitely a very close, intriguing fight on
It
paper.
is.
And since we last spoke in your division, it got announced yesterday. Alexander Volkanovski has his next fight booked. He's defending his belt against Ilya Topuria for the featherweight title. Who do you think wins that fight?
It's a good fight, man. I don't know. I still think Alexander Volkanovski is gonna keep the belt. Things couple people's been saying because he lost for Islam, and then now everything's gonna. I don't believe in that. I think he's a great fighter, amazing, one of the best, super hard work, and I know one thing I know it's when we lose as a fighter, like bring you to a level like sometimes it's better than win, especially if you've been tasted to win a lot. So I wonder if he's facing this type of moment right now where like, okay, I want this more now. It's kind of like motivation instead of making him like, okay, it is what it is. So I think he is in that phase over there. And I think that's what he needs to keep being a champion 45, if that makes sense to you. So if he felt in his heart he should take the 555 and he took and he lost, everyone can look at loss. Maybe it was a gift, so now he can bring back he continue to be who he is, instead of just believe now it's my downside, like I'm done.
Fair enough. And then, Lucas, just my final question. Going back to your fight, November 18th, Lucas Alexander, Jeka Saragih. Lucas, give me your official prediction.
Again, Sam, bro, like I said, man, my prediction never changed. I don't care what fight it is. I was looking for the finish, but I'm ready for 15, 25, doesn't matter. But I always gonna look for the finish. So anytime, can happen. Just don't blank.
Fair enough. Well, we're rinsing and repeating on this one with you getting rebooked, but Lucas, I'm wishing you the best of luck. If there are any socials, teammates you want to shout out, go right ahead.
Thank you, man. Just a shout out for my team. I appreciate Fusion Excel so much. Been helping me always, and my coach. You know, all my family here. So thank you guys for everything.
Well, Lucas, I'm wishing you the best of luck as always. Guys, Lucas Alexander is rebooked. He is fighting on November 18th. He faces Jeka Saragih. You will not want to miss this fight. Lucas, thank you so much for taking the time and best of luck to you, my friend.
Of course, man. Thank you, brother. Have a good day, man.
Make sure to subscribe to the Lowkick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.